What is up, everybody? I'm delighted to actually have a Pokemon video for you today. The reason why I'm doing this is because this was a real life question that I had for myself and a family member when we were trying to figure out what we wanted to buy for Silver Tempest. Now, given your budget, what would you buy for collecting or investing? I had that question for myself and I thought I knew the answer. When I posed this question, I didn't think about the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. I buy those for my own collection, but never had a thought about investing in it. No thought about actually opening it, what that actually means to open it. But this time, what I did was I did a bunch of analysis on it, and I was kind of shocked at it. Enough so that I wanted to make a video and show you all it. So these are the prices that I could buy this for. This is $97 for a booster box of Silver Tempest, $28 for Elite Trainer box, and the Pokemon Center one, that, as we know, is $50, pretty standard. So I'm going to go over what's inside of this stuff. People that know Pokemon, you're already going to know all this stuff, so you can just skip ahead. But for people that don't know, since I do Y Schwartz videos, is a booster box normally ranges from $97 to $144, and I'm talking about this when it comes out. Right, so there's 36 booster packs inside of there. There is logo wrapping, which I love because again, it's just an added security feature. Unless you get some that rub off. I'll show you in a little bit about that. You have somewhat predictable pull rates versus the ETBs with the booster boxes. Some people say it's like 6 to 9, 6 to 8, 7 to 9, something like that. With the ETBs, it could be 0 all the time. I remember there was somebody complaining about the Pokemon Center. They bought a bunch of ETBs and got nothing inside them. Really pissed off. And you could guess why. I mean, you spent a bunch of money and didn't really get anything. The other nice part is storage. Anybody that knows about collecting cards, booster boxes, sealed product, you know that you're going to have a lot of boxes of this stuff if you just leave it all sealed. So having a small box is pretty nice. We have the Elite Trainer box. I can pick it up at 28. Some people are going to get it at 45. No matter the case, what's inside of there is 8 booster packs and a whole bunch of other stuff. Sleeves, energy cards, player guides, dice, coin flip, die, acrylic condition marker, V-Star marker, everything to hold that with 4 dividers and a code card. So I do love the art on this one, by the way. The Pokemon Center ETB, always on the Pokemon Center, 50 bucks. You will get 10 packs instead of 8, unless you are unfortunate enough to buy the first versions of the Elite Trainer box from there when they first came out. But you were compensated pretty nicely. You will get all the other stuff that that other ETB will get, but you're going to get an extra pack of sleeves this time around to be Lugia. And then you are going to get 1 metallic Pokemon coin featuring Alolan Vulpix. So look at all that stuff. That is pretty amazing. And then you just add all that in. So depending on the price point, you may want to pick some of this up. And I do love the pairing, right? Having both boxes is pretty cool. So I'm going to show you this before I move forward. Security and sizing of this booster box right here. ETB right here. See, so quite the difference. You can imagine this being at $97 and this being at $28, that you're going to have 3 or 4 of these for every one of these booster box price wise. And that's going to cause your storage to be mighty full. So here is Chilling Reign. Just to show you, there are issues. You see the logo here, nice security feature, but you can see the plastic on this one is a little airy. And when people see that, they start wondering if this is fake or not. One of the other things was with the logos, because Pokemon Company was really churning this up. If I rub this for a while, or not even a while, just give it a little force, my finger has white dust on it. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. There's some white dust on here. So basically, you can actually rub off these logos. I think they've gotten better about it, where that's not happening. But in the future, if people try that, they may go, "Oh shoot, this is totally fake. You faked it." But I will, because knowledge is lost over time. But I will say, if people do remember this or made videos on it, having one that rubs away might actually prove that it's real. Because I don't know how many people are going to make shrink wrap with logos that rub off. The other thing with ETBs, no logo, right? You don't see it, it's nothing but clear. People get really weirded out when these are ripped, as this one was, or could look like the seal here is has been resealed, right? So that's the only problem with these, is the fact that they're not actually logoed on. They're just clear plastic wrap, and people get scared. They get nervous. Here's the Pokemon Center one. This version is the same size. You could see the two different ones. So same size, pretty nice. I like it. I honestly love having the pair. But in the end, I know what this really is. It's another way to get money out of people, right? It's definitely another way to get money. So back to this. So security and sizing, there you go. ETBs need a little bit more effort in their sizing. It's definitely on the side of the booster box. Okay, so here is a summary slide for people that moved ahead. Here you go. You can just take a look at that, see what it looks like for you. Okay, and I will move on from here. Okay, so now what we have is I went and took a look in the past. For anybody that's ever watched any of my videos, this is going to be purely analytical here, what's about to happen. So I went back to Unbroken Bonds. This released on May 3rd, 2019. And you can see I put the pricing of the booster box at 100, ETB at 40. I'm going to do this for all these products to calculate a profit percentage. I use TCG Player for my prices. You could go to eBay, you go to anywhere else in the world and find prices. I went to TCG Player only. That's the fastest way to do it for me, okay? So Unbroken Bonds, as you can see here, is priced at $482.95, totaling a profit of 383% if you can sell that. I stress that part completely there for you, okay? Unbroken Bonds Elite Trainer Box, $361.95. That is crazy. 805% profit if you were to sell it. Now, I stress the part about if you can sell it, because what I'm going to show you here is how many actually did sell. So the Elite boost, the booster box right here is, you can see, selling sporadically. And when I say sporadically, you can see we have 2 sales in September. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 booster boxes sold in August, and so on and so forth. So it does, price-wise, hold up pretty nicely. You can see it moved up to $5.99, back down to $4.84. Now, if you take a look at the Elite Trainer box, even though that had that sweet 800% profit, look at how many actually sold. We have 2 sold in August, 1 in July, and 1 in June. That was it. That's all I had on TCG Player. And it was roughly going for 320s, now 347. Moving on, we have August 2nd, 2019 released Unified Minds Booster Box and Elite Trainer Box. So same idea, 296% profit for the booster box. On the Elite Trainer Box, 638%. So not as great as the other one, as Unbroken Bonds, but as you can see, with Unified Minds, you do have a bit of sales that happen here. 1 in September, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 booster boxes sold in August. What do you think is going to be the case for the ETB? ETB, 1 sold, $250 June 29th. And let's just go back to that. So $295 is what it's currently at. There's 1 sale back in June for $250. November 13th, 2020, we have Vivid Voltage, one of my personal favorites. I do like that giant Pikachu, of course. What we have is a booster box for $124.45. Elite Trainer Box, $34.44. I know there were reprints on it. That's what affected the price. We have a profit on the booster box of 25%. Elite Trainer Box, negative 14%. I know when I say profit, there's shipping, there's taxes that go along with this, fees, all that good stuff. But pure profit, just subtracting it out, that's what they end up. Vivid Voltage definitely hurt by that reprint. With the actual sales, though, being a more recent set, you can see it's basically every day. 10, 18, 10, 17, 16, 15th, no one wanted to buy any. The 10th, 12th, nobody wanted to buy any for roughly $124. Elite Trainer Box. Here we go. With the Elite Trainer Box, same thing. 17, 16, nothing on the 15th, nothing on. Nope, that was it. Nothing on the 15th. Nothing on the 18th, actually. Unless someone bought one when I was doing this video. But you can see pretty much daily sales happening. The same on the booster box and the ETB. So now, something more recent, we have June 18th, 2021. We have a booster box ETB and Pokemon Center ETB. This is the first one, I believe, that came out. So Chilling Reign definitely was not one of those strong sets. It came right after Battle Styles, which people didn't really like. So as you can see, we have a 0% on the booster box, 0% on the Elite Trainer box. On both of them, actually. On all three of those products right there, 0% profit. Now, Pokemon Center ETB, $50 what you can buy it at. The Shadow Rider, Ice Rider, 38 and 24% profit on those. Now, doesn't matter again unless it can actually sell. So what you can see here, take a look at that. 1018, 2 sales, 3 sales actually. 3 sales, 4 booster boxes. And then you have a whole bunch on the day before, 10/17th. I didn't try to jam in as many sales on here. I could kept scrolling down, but you can see that's enough to say people are still buying this thing. When you take a look at the Elite Trainer box though, not so good, not so good. So sales happen every couple days. I was always wondering if the 2 different ETBs was a problem, right? It was cool. It's a cool idea to actually have 2 and all that. I mean, they've done it before, but still, when you take a look at this, maybe it was just the set, maybe it was 2, maybe people were running out of money at that point. But anyways, what we have here is only a couple sales happening. You could even say maybe the Pokemon Center ETBs took away from the sales. So 10/13, 10/9, 10/8. So every couple days you're going to have a sale of these ETBs. Pokemon Center ETB, though, is even worse. That's what I want to get through your head. The Pokemon Center ETB, you can see there was 2 sales so far in October, 2 in September. There was a couple in August. Same thing. We got the other Pokemon Center ETB. And yeah, 2, and a bunch. I was wondering when I was looking at this, I was like, are people buying these in pairs? Like you have that 10/13 right there, but then there was a 10/2 and a 10/8. There was no 10/2. So some people, I guess, was just missing one. Maybe they just wanted to open one, see what's inside. I'm not really sure. Now, the big one, August 27th, 2021, we have Evolving Skies. Definitely people really love this product. You could see it reflected in the prices. There were reprints, just not big enough, and you can see that reflected in the prices. So anyways, in the booster box, $238.98 total profit, 139%. 139%. That's crazy, isn't it? Elite Trainer boxes, both of them, 30% and 21%. Now with the Pokemon Center ETBs, I was definitely happy that I got that. Again, I really do like the art, how they pair up together. What I said about Chilling Reign and the duplicate, I would say, or a dual release of booster box, ETBs, and then you also had the Pokemon Center ETBs. I was wondering if that was taking it away. Probably the set, it has something to do that because you can see what happened here with the Pokemon Center ETBs, 170% up, 148% up. Pretty crazy. And then looking back at the other ETBs, again, there was a reprint, and this is where the whole rarity of the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box kicks in. Okay, so sales-wise, Evolving Skies, pretty nutty. Again, we still have daily sales looking right there. Whole bunch on 10/18, but even more on 10/17. When we take a look at the Elite Trainer boxes, again, you have that part where they don't sell daily. They sell it basically looks like almost daily, but not always guaranteed to be daily. So 52.28, reprint definitely hurt it a bit. And then we also have this other Elite Trainer box. So there was some sales on 10/17. I see, that's what I mean. I'm like, I wonder what happens here when 10/16 happens and then the other one is 10/17. I guess maybe people want to open this. Not really sure. I really wish I could ask somebody that bought from TCG Player. But Pokemon Center ETBs, you can see it, even though it is the rare one, even though there's extra stuff in it, you could see, because I'm guessing because of the price point, or maybe even the recognition that this product exists, is partly to do with it. So on 10/17, some sales, 16, 13, 11, 7, 3, and then it goes to September 24th. So this is every now and then you're gonna have a sale, but don't count on it happening all the time. Same thing when we look at the other Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. All right, May 27th. This is the last one, I promise. May 27th, 2022. We got Astral Radiance. I definitely really like the art on the ETB. We got the Giratina there, and we have the booster box, 4%. It wasn't one of those hot ones. There definitely was enough availability out there to get it. Still get it, actually. ETB, negative 20%. But then we have the Pokemon Center ETB, 26% profit. So when you take a look at this, this should tell you a couple things. But we're going to talk about that in a bit. Booster box, it still sells daily. It makes sense. It was a more recent one. People might need the booster box, so they're going to be buying it. Or they just want to crack some packs. But when we take a look at the ETB, there is still sales daily. It might not be a ton as compared to other things, like even the booster box, but still, people are looking at this. And at this price, I don't blame you. $32, not so bad. When we look at the Pokemon Center one, same idea. Even though this is more rare, even though this is a pair, there still is only 10 packs in there. And this ETB, the regular one, has 8. You do the math on that per pack, it's way better to get the Elite Trainer Box, the regular one, and not the Pokemon Center one. So you're going to have some sales of this. It's just not as frequent. And it's okay if you have a long-term goal, if you don't mind, if you're not looking to sell right away, if you're not looking to sell at all, then this is really good. So going back, here is a summary of everything that happened. So Unbroken Bonds, Elite Trainer Box, totally killing it. Unified Minds, Elite Trainer Box. But then you get to Vivid Voltage. That is the booster box. You get to Chilling Rain, Pokemon Center. And then you take a look at, oh wow, it is Evolving Skies, Pokemon Center, ETB, but booster box not too far behind. And Astral Radiance, Pokemon Center, ETB, and then the booster box afterwards. So what does this chart tell you? It's not the whole story. That's why I went into so much length to figure out the sales frequency. Because again, if you have that mindset that you want to sell this, if you are cool with long-term kind of thinking, because this is what it should tell you. Long-term, eventually these possibly will go up. I don't want to guarantee that because we don't know what's going to happen in the world, right? Maybe cards don't matter 20 years from now, 10 years from now. But when you take a look historically, it goes up over time. And the ones that do that the most used to be the Elite Trainer Box. Now you're looking at the Pokemon Center ETB because, again, that's probably because it's rarer than the Elite Trainer Box. The booster box is like that slow and steady. It's like the turtle of the race. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there, but it is a nice store of money is what I'm seeing right here. Because liquidity wise, when you look at the amount of sales, booster boxes broken down, you're going to be able to sell the booster boxes. Elite Trainer boxes, you're going to sell a little less than the booster box. You're going to do way better than the Pokemon Center ETB, which is a fewer. And again, I think the whole reason for that is people know what's inside of it. It's not that good of a value. And you know what? Even though it is rare, even though it's out there, how many people really actually know that it exists? Because think about it. Like if you could get a ETB at Walmart for $45, but can go on TCG Player for $32 and buy that same ETB, why are people going to Walmart and doing that? So if you don't know about the Pokemon Center, if you don't know about TCG Player, you're not going to know about the Pokemon Center ETB. So that's the scary part about it. So in summary, booster box, highly liquid, right? You saw that there was a lot of sales on the older ones. as time goes by, right? People forget about the set, but still, some people will be buying it. Unbroken Bonds, 2 to 7 per month. Unified Minds, 1 to 7 per month. Vivid Voltage, almost daily. So highly liquid. When you think about why people want this, they want it for their collections and the cheap packs, right? If you just do 97 divided by 36, you're going to find a really, really cheap booster box price. And that's what's amazing about having one of these, right? It's easy on the storage because it's so small, and a little logo is what makes it really nice security wise. I really wish they would have more the logo on the ETB. That would actually be pretty nice to do. Maybe one day, maybe one day. With the Elite Trainer box, $28 to $45. There is cool art. I love getting the different ones. That's why people like having ETBs, right? Because you got to see all that different art. It's nice to have one or two of these. I would say that's part of the problem with the amount of supply in there. Do people really want 10 of these, or do they just want one or two? Again, it's nice to open because of the stuff that's inside. You get nice extras. And depending on the price you pick these up for, it's going to be a cheap way to get packs. Like if you're down there in the 28s, really nice. If you're up there in the 45s, you're definitely not going to want to buy this Elite Trainer box. You're going to want to buy this Elite Trainer box because at $50, that's $5 a pack, right? If you're at $45, you're above $5 at that point, and you're going to get all the extra stuff in it. So you have the cool art, you get the pairing of the boxes together. You're going to be getting the extra sleeve and the metal coins. And again, the affordability of it depending on what the regular ETB price is. So where I end up with all of this is I'm going to buy some of each. It's going to be scaled based on the actual budget, right? It depends on how much. So if you have $100, I would say for me, I'm going to say it for me, okay? If I had $100, I'm just buying the booster box. I think it would be cool to have the ETBs just sitting there on display. But one day, I know I'm going to want to open this stuff and I'm going to want the biggest bang for my buck, which would be the booster boxes. So I'm going to buy a higher percentage of them. And then knowing that packs is what I want, that's what people want in the future. There is going to be a mid amount of regular ETBs bought, especially at the $28 price point. Again, if they were above $40, that is when the value is broken down. I definitely want to buy some of the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, okay? So that's where I would definitely go with that. Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, anyways, has a nice value, has that extra stuff in there. I think it's cool because then it's rarer and has a greater chance of growing. And you can see that here with the amount that they have been going up. And again, a lot depends on the set. So you can see Evolving Skies did really well, but Chilling Reign did not. Astral Radiance right now is just basically hanging out. So that's what I am focusing my money on. I think that's where I want to go. And I hope you all got some knowledge out of that, got some actual guidance from what I looked at here. It was pretty amazing because I was thinking this whole time, there was one set that came out, it was Fusion Strike, right? Where I was like, man, the value on these, I'd rather just get a bunch of ETBs. But in the end, I still bought booster boxes. And I thought offhand maybe ETBs were the better buy because I remembered historically in my mind these per sets. Because I did something like that a long, long time ago. But thinking about it now, looking at what's happened with the amount of reprints, the amount of supply, even the introduction of the Pokemon Center ETB, tells me that realistically, I want to have a little bit of everything, but more booster boxes, uh, some of the Elite Trainer boxes, and just a few of the actual Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. So that is everything. I hope that helped out. If you have any questions, always feel free to write something in the comments. You can email me if you're not comfortable. You can email me to that address. It's in the description as well. I have a Twitter. I don't use it as much. I use that for information, keep up with things. But if you want me on Twitter, just go out there, senorbigb1. I'm out there. And then lastly, I am affiliated with TCG Player. If you need to buy anything TCG Player, please use my link, Money from TCG Player. So basically, you go out there, click that link, you buy anything, a portion goes back to me. I use that portion of money for monthly giveaways. So that's what I do with that, okay? But again, I hope this helps. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.